Alex, Ray Campy, Hugh Bitson, Eddie Cock.
Oh yeah, we're getting that one now.
Bill Haley. Join me for 2 hours of great music every Wednesday lunchtime on Source.
Message 3.
Sometimes, yeah, you wouldn't
Thomas himself is proud to sponsor journalism at Falmouth University. We are a Cornish company with a global mission. We help people in the developing world use communication as a tool to empower and connect. We are happy to support those who also want to make the planet a better place for all.
Local businesses, why not include radio in your marketing mix with the award-winning community station Source FM? We offer an all-inclusive package helping you with the writing and recording of your message. Source FM is on 24/7, broadcasting a variety of programs involving and of interest to our local community. Your message will be featured 5 times a week, Monday to Friday, and working with us will not only help to get your message out there, but will show your support for community projects. You will find our prices to be very affordable compared to other forms of advertising. Interested? Click the sponsor tab on www.thesourcefm.co.uk. We look forward to chatting with you and showing your care for our community.
As restrictions continue to ease, it's great we can now meet indoors. But remember, around 1 in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and can spread it without knowing. That could be a friend, a relative, it could even be you. So it is still safest to meet up outside in the fresh air.
You like Tony's music, yeah?
Good afternoon, listeners. You are listening to Source FM with me, Rockin Tony, on the radio at 96.1 FM and live online at www.sourcefm.co.uk. Got a great Rockin show coming up for you this week. Even got a little visitor here in the station this week. Got my beautiful grandson Ethan with me. So coming up is my beautiful grandson Ethan's intro, and then some great, 2 hours nearly of rocking tunes for you. And as I say, listeners, it's downhill from here for the next 2 hours.
You're listening to Strictly Come Rockin', playing the music happy.
You're not as dumb as you look. Well, man, see what I mean? Adam and Eve sitting on the rock. Adam, go leave, let me wind your clock, 'cause I can't stop it.
That's all I know, it's going out on air, so.
Yeah, you can help me right now.
Yeah, sister's just texted me back. All good.
See that one there?
Yeah.
She said, Daddy, hold me,
What's that?
please don't move.
Yeah, changes it over to that now.
Sorry, Tony, I didn't even say that you were coming up either. I'll remember that for next week.
Don't worry about it.
I can't stop it.
I've got used to not saying people coming up, not coming
Can't
on.
stop loving you. She said, look here, Daddy, that's number 2. What in the world are you trying to do? 'Cause I can't stop it. I can't stop it. No, I can't stop it. Can't stop loving you. 1, 2,
Want to say hello?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Say hello, Rick. Like my voice? One more to cast, you can do a show. Now you know why Papa's so tired when he gets home after he's doing all this.
Big love to me, mama, and don't watch the clock, 'cause I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. Can't stop loving you. Adam and Eve sitting on the rock. Adam, go leave, let me wind your clock, 'cause I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. Can't stop loving you. Got a gal named Sadie Green, a rock and roll mouth from New Orleans. She wears purple and a rabbit stole. I'm sitting on the rockin' round, rockin' city. All night long, I'm with you. Don't care what you do. Now city's got a movement that you never saw. Hand down from a road grandpa. I don't know, but I've been told. Say going on down the rockin' round, rockin' city. All night long. Dig that chick, man, she's really gone.
I think it's here.
Hey, mate. I don't know what they're on about with this second. Yeah, see you next week, mate. Take care. I don't know what they're on about these side effects from second jab. I had mine yesterday. I've had nothing.
I had mine this morning.
I'm dead, get back, I want to know. I've had no problems, mate, we both look.
First one, next day, I was a bit short. I apologise.
Which ones did you have? That's one, that is.
I'm very happy. Listen, don't worry about a mask. You don't want to, okay?
Don't worry about it.
No, listen, there's don't worry about a mask.
Saw my honey fire last night. Jump back, honey, jump back. Held her hand and squeezed the side. Jump back, honey, jump back.
Anti-maskers, right? There's three of them.
Well, that means I won't have to worry about getting hot so much now.
Well, the problem is that one of the persons who wrote the document to wear a mask was in here without a mask. And I just thought, this is bollocks. You're one of the few people who actually open the window, get a breeze through. That's a no-brainer. Wash your hands.
And my heart was beating
You don't have to
too
worry
when I
about it.
reached my
Give them a
lady
good wash.
door. That I couldn't bear to
I've
go.
always done it this way since
Johnny, I know you have. What I'm saying is, try not to touch the microphone. And just change the colours.
Yeah, Val's already changed it.
What? Oh, I see.
You should use that one. I mean, I might just use that one just to talk into the mask.
If you don't touch it, it's not going to jump, is it?
Then if I put the mask on, just to wear the mask just to talk into the mic, it's so bad. It's just when you wear it for 2 hours for the whole show. That's why I rip off a lot of that. But normally windows like that. I don't think.
Windows open. It's no-brainer.
Put my arm around the waist.
So,
Raised her
we'll just
hips
have
and
to
took
see
a
where it
taste.
goes.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
I think we'll be alright, mate.
Love me well as I love you.
I will put it on when I go to
Jump
talk.
back, honey, jump back.
That's about it. Keep it here for a minute. But then they all get to see my pretty face now. Catch you later, mate.
I really, really love you, and I place no one above you. I'm yours until the day I die. I never shall hurt you. I'll do anything to hurt you. You're the apple of my eye. Yes, you really, really got me, and I never want to meet you. I will give that sets me afire. Come and build a flame higher. You my only heart desire. You're the apple of my eye. Oh, what strange powers you have in your kiss. It keeps me days for hours. I've been hungry, hard to resist. You truly need me, and you never leave me. I ever try to make me cry. That makes my heart be merry. Oh, I need you oh so badly. You're the apple of my eye.
So you met one of the managers just then. Mike's one of the managers. You're going to have to put that on, right? You know? You're going to get hot in here. Trust me, you guys get hot in here, Mike. That's why Pat always brings them now, see? It's towels, paper.
Yes, I really, really love you, and I place no one above you. I'm yours until the day I die. I never shall desert you or do anything to hurt you. You're the apple of my eye. Oh, what strange powers that you have in your kiss. It keeps me days for hours. I think my hungry heart to reason. You till I need me, and you never leave me. I ever try to make me cry. To make my heart beat merry. Oh, I need you oh so badly. You're the apple of my eye. Apple of my eye. Apple of my eye. On your mark, get set, now ready, go! Everybody rise up, dazzle. Everybody rise up, dazzle. Everybody rise up, dazzle. If it's all night long. Now here's the dance. Everyone can do. It's the hipsters dance. And the square cats do. Won't you take a chance? This is all you do. You just take your bed.
I'll knock around in front of this camera and make me feel better.
Then you dance like crazy. Give it all you got. That's the razzle dazzle. If you're ready or not. On your mark, get set, now ready, go! Everybody razzle dazzle.
Tis me.
Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. It's all night long.
How long for that? Hello, Steve. You've not seen that face for a while. How long I've been wearing the mask in it? Every week. I'm normally like that. Look, we've got windows open.
Let's get together. One, two, and three. Jump to the center. Just you and me. Put your best foot forward. Baby, can't you see?
I can't think this is Jordan now. She means the Jodamar.
Cause we're sure not square. That's the razzle
Put these on a minute, my boy.
It's everywhere. On your mark, get set, now ready, go! Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. It's all night long. Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. All night long. It's all night long. That's the razzle dazzle. Razzle dazzle song.
Yeah, there you go. 5 great jump jive tracks for you this week. To start off the show, first up, it was that one there, Bill Haley and the Comets, and Razzle Dazzle from the album Rock Around the Clock from 1956. And not, as Anne Martin said, the Jordanaires she put on the live feed. Jordanaires, yes, no. She means the Jodamars. It's none of them because it's actually the Comets, not the Jodamars. And then before that, it was Apple of My Eye by Nappy Brown from the album Solid Gold Jive Volume 1. And I bet you all thought I was playing is Don't Be Angry, don't you? Because they both start the same. They both go, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, listeners. No. And then before that, it was Jump Back, Honey, Jump Back by Vaughan Monroe and Sonny Gale from the album Ooh, Pretty Baby. So I can hear voices in the headphones. I'm thinking but it's just the ear, listeners. Don't worry about it. I told you it's all downhill, didn't I? Yeah, it was Vaughan Monroe and Sonny Gale, Jump Back, Honey, Jump Back from the album Ooh, Pretty Baby, 35 Rock and Roll Jivers. And in fact, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be bringing in the original version of Jump Back, Honey, and not by Jim Vincent because he never cut the original, by Hadder Brown from 1952. I think she recorded that, if I remember correctly. I should be bringing that in a couple of weeks' time. And then before that, a great little jump jive track from Big T Tyler and Sadie Green, track I played on the show before, from the album Bump Jump Jive Volume 1. And then before that, a track I've never played on the show before, but I've played that guy. It was Smiley Lewis and Can't Stop Loving You from the album Shame, 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 and that's on disc 2 of 4. I know what it is. It's the speakers outside. It's the speakers outside. I know what it is. I'll sort that out in a minute. Listening. And then before that, as you all know by now, my beautiful grandson Ethan and his great little intro. Right, coming up for you now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 female artists. Yes, Caroline Dunleavy, you heard me right. 5 female artists. And starting off with this one here, and I'm sure Caroline Dunleavy will love this track. Here's a bit of Barbara Green off you. A bit of Barbara Green for you. Doing a great little wild rocking version of Little Richard's Along Tall Sally. Enjoy.
Gonna tell Larry about Uncle John. He claimed he got the mission, but he has a lot of fun. Oh, baby. Yeah, baby. Ooh, baby. And somebody died. Yeah. Ran on close now, she flipped the speed. She got good loving and it's guaranteed. Oh, baby. Yeah, baby. Ooh, baby. And somebody died. Yeah, man, the son of Uncle John was born in Italy. He saw Mary coming and he ducked back in the alley. Oh, baby, yeah, baby, ooh, baby, and somebody died. Yeah, gonna have some fun tonight. Gonna have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. Everything's alright. Gonna have some fun tonight.
Give me some
Man, no tough saddles, she's built for speed. She got good loving and it's guaranteed. Oh, baby, yeah, baby, ooh, baby, and somebody died. And the son of Uncle John, we both hit it steady. He saw Mary coming and he got back in the alley. Oh, baby, yeah, baby, ooh, baby, and somebody died. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. Everything's alright. We're gonna have some fun tonight. They can call you Bill or even Billy, but you're my sweet William and you drive me silly. Oh, Will, you thrill me to my fingertips. William, yum, I love your tasty lips. William. When I'm close to you, all I can do is say, William. I won't sit with Jim or dance with Henry, 'cause it takes my William to really send me. Oh, Will, you thrill me to my fingertips. William. And I'm yum, I love your tasty lips. William. When I'm close to you, all I can do is say,
We've had a bit of fun here today, and it's not been happy song this time. We do it happy. That's nice to know when I come here.
got no hot rod car, and he can't buy. But when he starts rocking, I yell, don't stop. Will, you thrill me to my fingertips. William. And I'm yum, I love your tasty lips. William. When I'm close to you, all I can do is say, William. When I'm close to you, all I can do is say, William. My little baby, he loves me. He takes me dancing at the hop. He buys me candy and soda pop. He taught me how to do the pop and chicken.
If anyone down thinks Billy Ollie is, there's no such person as Billy Ollie. Buddy Ollie. Show her up. Joanna said about this t-shirt.
He's my little baby, he's my own, he's my one, he's my only. When he calls me on the phone, I just say, hey, hey. My little baby, he loves me. I'm gonna set the world on fire. He taught me how to play guitar. Now you can see me on bandstand every day. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, little devil. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, little devil. Hey, little devil, you're
It does get hot in this week. It's getting hot now. Even though the wind is
It's time that someone started taming you down. There'll be some changes made. Your roving days are through. Hey, little devil, I'm gonna make an angel out of you. Hey, little devil, you've got me all in a whirl. You're a cute little devil, and I'm gonna be your girl. You're out to break my heart, but just before you do, hey, little devil, I'm gonna make an angel out of you. They say beware, but I don't care. I love you just the same. You're an old heartbreaker and a mischief maker, but I'm wise to your game. Whoa, 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 hey, little devil, everything is gonna be fine. For someday soon I'm gonna make you all mine. There'll be no running around, you bet your Waterloo. Hey, little devil, I'm gonna make an angel out of you. Whoa, 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 hey, little devil, everything is gonna be fine. For someday soon I'm gonna make you all mine. There'll be no running around, you bet you Waterloo. Hey, little devil, I'm gonna make an angel out of you. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, little devil. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen to your mama and you never will regret it. And if anybody wonders, you can tell them that it's Saturday. The only thing I know is that I'll never can forget you. I've been longing for you, baby, ever since the day I met you. I got you where I want you, and I'm never gonna let you get away from me. Hear what I tell you, I'm the guy for you until you never stop to face it. If you ever lose my love, you know you never can replace it. I think it's time for you to start to give me some loving. Carrying a torch for you that's hotter than an oven. It's time for you to give me a little time, baby, hold me tight and do what I tell you. I want you. I want you to. I want you to be. I want you to be my baby. Will you please? Will you please tell me if you're gonna be my you to be my baby.
Yeah, there you go, 5 great women vocalists for you this week on that little bit. It was that one there just then, a woman I have played on the show before, and I have never played that by her, and I'm so glad I got it in today. It was I Want You to Be My Baby by Georgia Gibbs from the album Mercury Rock and Roll Volume 2. And then before that, it was none other than Britain's very own 14, 15-year-old singer Helen Shapiro with Little Devil from the EP Collection album. And then before that, doing My Little Baby, it was Rose Maddox from Rose Maddox and the Maddox Brothers fame. Yep, it was dear old Sister Rose, as they say. And My Little Baby from the album Hit Chicks and Hot Mamas. And then before that, one for my bro-in-law, Billy, it was Will You William. And that was by none other than Janice Martin, as I said before. No relation to me. I wish she was, but she wasn't. And then all the way from, let me have a look here. What is it? 1955, 1958. I can't see the date now. No, I've got no date on it. That's why. It was Long Till Sally by Barbara Green. And just a great little wild rocking version of that there. Right, coming up now, it's the modern section. 5 modern bands for you. Starting off this 5 is the first of 2 tracks by this next band. It is that band I love. You know I love this band, everybody. This is the Bullets and my all-time favorite Bullets track. This is XX. Enjoy. How you do that, Michael? How you do that? We had a fight, got the real man, and now my head is round and real bad. Now with my legs and I can't see. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. Ex-bitch, 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 I'm in misery. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. She took my money, stole my ring from me. When my chick had nothing to do, she got me good. I'm moved in. My knees are rocking, legs are popping, dance and see. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. I'm in misery. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. We had a fight, I got a real man. And now my head is round and real bad. Now with my legs and I can't see. My ex-bitch with the hands on me. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. Ex-bitch, baby. I'm in misery. It's my ex-bitch with the hands on me. Oh yeah, I'm off to catch the train, so just listen. Wait there a minute, Mr. Locomotive.
Well, it starts like clockwork every night at 11:42. As I lay my head down to sleep, my mind drifts back to you. It ain't nowhere I've known it, baby. In fact, it happens all over the world. A million more saints are crying by how they help on one sin of you. Yeah, if I happen to go forever, fool, I know who gave up on love. Then ended up with someone who was nowhere to compare, maybe knowing that half as good. I built a big old freight train to roll in, and how a mystic conductor can't be
Happy
going on the
thinking
right
towards
side.
tomorrow. If you've got to take a couple of days. Just thinking about a couple of days. Still going man.
Truth is all the nickels, dimes, and dollars. Couldn't bring my paper back. I'm as free as the wind blowing outside. Yeah, but I gave it all up to see my buttercup and let her know that the Roman days are gone to die. Yeah, the Roman days are gone to die. Like a little train that could, I think I can. And I hope my baby hasn't given up yet, 'cause I'm coming up around the bend. I got a head of steam and I'm rolling. And if you listen up, you can hear that old whistle whine. My baby, that's just me crying. I was a stupid kid. I hope I didn't earn it all a day. I'm home for good this time. And that's why I'm saying, hey, Mr. Locomotive, can you give me some support to get me home on my beautiful ride? Seems that I jumped the track a little ways back there. Temptation caught me hitching a ride. I done got rid of all my baggage, and I'm as free as the wind blowing outside. Yeah, but I gave it all up to see my buttercup and let her know that the Roman days are gone to die. Hey, Mr. Locomotive. Hey, Mr. Locomotive. Hey, Mr. Locomotive. Hey, Mr. Locomotive.
I wake up every morning, alarms ringing in my ear. Drink 2 cups of coffee just to get myself in gear. Walk into the plant, it's the same old faces every day. Do my work till lunch hour, waste of time away. I'll watch that clock from 9 to 6, the hours don't seem to pass. Collect my paycheck every month, the cash don't seem to last. Spend it on my baby, on my car, and on my friends. Monday morning, I flat broke, got back to work again. Well, 9 to 5, 6 days a week. I work in all the overtime, my future's complete. I'd like to quit, I swear it's true, but I need to pay the rent. I like to live an easy life, but my pocketbook is spent. Roll on! Oh Lord, I ain't taking it no more, I swear it every day. But them doggone bills and debt collectors will not go away. There'll come a time, and this I swear, that I will be set free from this 9 to 5, 6 day a week life surely killing me. Well, 9 to 5, 6 days a week. I'm working all the overtime, my future's looking bleak. I like to quit, I swear it's true, but I need to pay the rent. I like to live an easy life, but my pocketbook is spent. My pocketbook is spent.
Who's doing this next track, listeners?
Well, a friend in need is a friend indeed, and I'm a friend in need of you. No one else can need you like I do. I gotta hold on tight with all my might. It's all that
Who's doing this? Come on.
You're gone and yet I can't forget no man.
Give you a clue, Mark Harmon.
come home and tell him that you'll take me and I'll be true to you. No one else could need you like I do. I gotta hold on tight with all my might. It's all that I can do. However hard I try, I know that I've been losing you. Janalina, where can you be? Janalina, come back to me.
That's great to see, Caroline.
Sorry, sad and blue. Janalina, I am so in love with you. Janalina, yes, I'm still in love with you. Janalina, you're in love with someone new. Janalina, 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 Janalina. What did I do? What I did last night? I never gonna drink again. I may have drunk this once before, but I never can remember when. Now my head is pounding. I'm thinking I'm about to die. I'm telling you it just ain't right. What did I do? What I did last night? What did I do? What I did last night? Ain't gonna drink no more. Acting like a circus clown, rolling on a hardwood floor. Started hard in the body till I lost the gift of sight. I'm telling you it just ain't right. What did I do? What I did last night? Oh yeah. What did I do? What I did last night? Someone said it would be fun. Rolling around on a bathroom floor. I'm hanging with my new friend John. And now it's 6 in the morning. We gotta catch a 9:10 flight. I'm telling you it just ain't right. What did I do? What I did last night? I'm telling you it just ain't right. What did I do? What I did last night? I'm telling you it just ain't right. What did I do? What I did? What I do? What I did? I do what I did last night.
Oh yeah, I still love that band, The Bullets, and Do What I Did, or Do What I Do, and that's off the album Something Real Good, and that's with Brett, Darren, and Gary in that lineup. And then before that, it was Janalina and the beautiful Caroline Dunleavy. She put Wouldn't Be Restless with it. She is absolutely 100% wrong. Yep, it wasn't Restless. It was Mark's other band. It was Loose Noose, doing a great little track called Janalina. I played that on the show like 3 years ago now, I think. And I've only played it on the show once, but I played a lot by Loose Noose, so you can't moan, you can't argue with me about that. So there you go. It was Janalina and Loose Noose from the album Loose Noose, self-titled album. And then before that, it was 9 to 5 by Mark Lee Aaron and the Driver Brothers from the album 454 Big Block, which I played tracks on that from that album on the show before. And then before that, it was Hey Mr. Locomotive by the Balfuries from the album Just Plain Lonesome. And I'm sure the beautiful Caroline Dunleavy was either home strolling or bopping to that one because she likes the Balfuries. And then before that, it was the Bullets again. And my all-time favourite Bullets track, X-Hex, from the album Go Man Go, with Tony Ace on, or Tony Nihil on bass. That would be Brett, Tony, and Gary. Gary being the regular drummer, being the drummer for the Bullets. Gary Giffen, that is. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed those 5 tracks. I just loved the way they was going, especially Janalina. I do love that. In fact, I do love the album. Listeners, just brilliant. Right, I suppose it's coming up to that time. I better say hello to a few people. First up, I'll say hello to my beautiful grandson Ethan, who's here in the studio with me. He's here just for this week. Also, a good afternoon to the beautiful Caroline Dunleavy on the live feed. There you go, Caroline, giving her a traditional weekly blower kiss on the show. And also good afternoon to my mum, Jean, all the residents and all the staff down at the White House here in Falmouth. And good afternoon to Anne Martin and also my bro-in-law, Scouts Billy Boy. How you doing, Scouts Billy Boy? You all right? I'm sure he's all right. I bet he's home there going, I'm famous for another week. You certainly are, bro. You certainly are. And also good afternoon to Louis Bray. I'm sure Louis is listening. I hope you're enjoying it, Louis. Mary Powell, who else? Oh, the Boyster, Graham Boyce. He's also tuned in and listening. Also, Susan Wynn, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Kaz Brown, who was on earlier. Great handover today, Kaz. Thank you for that. And good afternoon to the lovely Val Baker, who was also here when I got here earlier. Right, I don't think there's anybody else. I said Graham Boyce, and I don't need to say him again. And good afternoon to Bill James and Linda, and hopefully see you in November. Right, coming up is 5 tracks that you don't hear on the radio much now or on Record Ops. Starting off with this one, great little track. This is Sammy Masters and Rockin'. And yes, Caroline Dunleavy, same singer. She's replying to the comment just now. So yeah, same singer, Mark Harmon. But here's Sammy Masters and 2 Rockin'. Enjoy.
I love that melody. Hey, Miss Lucy, take my hand. Come on, baby, so if you love the man.
And at 2 o'clock, I play that little message. And then at the end, I play that one. And that's what I do every week. You come and see it. I do that. So this is what radio studio looks like. How it works.
I look at him rock, I look at him roll. Come on, baby, let's go. Rock, 66, Tennessee. Show the sounds good to me. Rock, 66, Tennessee. I love that melody. Hey, Miss Lucy, taking my hand. Come on, baby, so we love the man. Are we gonna rock? Are we gonna roll? Come on, baby, let's go. Rock, 66, Tennessee. Show the sounds good to me. Rock, 66, Tennessee. I love that melody. Rock, 66, Tennessee. Rock, 66, Tennessee. I'm
These next two tracks coming up, listeners, they're two tracks but done by two different artists, and both artists are singing a song that the other one recorded. It goes something like this.
Tell me that you love me, baby, then you say you don't. You tell me that you'll come on over, then you say you won't. You love me like a hurricane, then you start to freeze. I'll give it to you right now. Please don't tease. You come right and you tell me that you're out with someone new. You play it oh so doggone cool. I don't know what to do. You never seem to answer me. You just don't hear my plea.
Have a lovely afternoon. I'll catch you later.
Please don't tease, oh please
We
don't
will.
tease me. You know it hurts so much. Come on and squeeze me. You know I need your tender touch, but you tell me that you love me, baby. Then you say you don't. You tell me that you'll come on over. Then you say you won't. You love me like a hurricane. Then you start to freeze. I'll give it to you straight right now. Please don't tease.
But all thinking this is Elvis. People at home listening to it on the radio and all night, I think all think it's Elvis. See how quick the time goes there? Hours really gone as well.
Don't tease me. You know it hurts so much. Come on and squeeze me. You know I need your tender touch, but you tell me that you love me, baby. Then you say you don't. You tell me that you'll come on over. Then you say you won't. You love me like a hurricane. Then you start to freeze. I'll give it to you straight right now. Please don't tease. Nine times out of 10, baby, I've told you. I ain't to tell you just that time again. Just how much I hate to hold you. Again, and again, and again. Little girl, at 9 times out of 10, you refuse me. And you say that you refuse me 9 times again. But I won't stop until you choose me again and again and again. Well, don't try to fire it, cause it's no use. You're gonna find out that I'm stubborn as a doggone mule. 9 times out of 10, I try to kiss you. I ain't gonna try it just 9 times again. Well, if I miss the 9 times that I've tried, baby, I'll bet my life I'll get your number 10. Yeah. Well, don't try to fire it, cause baby, it ain't no use. You're gonna find out I'm stubborn as a dog on you. 9 times out of 10, I try to kiss you. And I ain't tried just 9 times again. Well, if I miss the 9 times that I tried, well, baby, I live my life, I'll get your number 10. I bet my life I'll get your love again. Well, come on, baby, all I wanna do that washing machine, looking with you. Hear that washer slapping clean. I love the sound of your washing machine. Slap, 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 slap. Come on, honey, and I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Well, old Blue Monday was our wash day. Now to learn the boogie, the blues away. So come on, baby, 'cause I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Slap, 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 slap. Come on, honey, and I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Well, I feel better if you're on the beam and you dance to the rhythm of your washing machine. So come on, baby, 'cause I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Slap, 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 slap. Come on, honey, and I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Well, old Blue Monday was our wash day. Now we learn to boogie the blues away. So come on, baby, 'cause I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you. Slap, 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 slap. Come on, honey, and I wanna do the washing machine boogie with you.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard that for a long time. It was Bill Browning and Wash Machine Boogie. How great does that still sound today? Remember that being played back in the 80s? Nearly every time I went to a gig or we went to the Cornish Rock and Roll Confederacy Club, it was always getting played. And you don't hear it so much nowadays, so I thought I'd just put it in there this week as 5 tracks you don't hear much of nowadays. So there you go. It was Bill Browning and Wash Machine Boogie. And then before that, from the album, The Absolute Sensual Collection, disc 3 of 3, it was Cliff and his version of Al Donna's 9 times out of 10. And then before that, it was Ral Donna from the album, the Ral Donna Collection, doing his version of Cliff's Please Don't Tease. See? He had an American artist doing a British artist song and a British artist doing an American artist song. I know I'm full of useless information here, aren't I, listeners, eh? But never mind, let's get on with it. And then before that, it was Jimmy and Johnny, and I Can't Find a Doorknob. I played that a couple of times on the radio, and that is actually for my good mate Louis Bray, because he likes a bit of Jimmy and Johnny. So there you go, Lou. If you're listening, mate, hope you enjoyed that. And then before that, from the album Rockin' Red Wing, my vinyl copy at home, it was Sammy Masters and 2 Rocker 4. Right, I know I'm a little bit early, listeners, but just stay there because I'm just going to play you some messages and I'll be right back after these messages. So don't go nowhere, don't flip that switch or spin that dial. I'll be right back.
Hello, welcome to the Source FM 96.1 message hotline. There are 3 new messages. Message 1.
I'm a man in a suit. No charisma whatsoever. I'm just going to sell you a fire alarm. Even if you don't want one, I shall carry on unsuccessfully persuading you and acting like I'm better than you.
But we're not like that. We're friendly, all happy fire and safety company Exco. That's us. We'll do a proper job as well as sharing a biscuit and a lovely free conversation. So give us a call on 01326 372 878.
Message 2.
Trident, plumbing, heating and electrical. Dedicated experienced professionals passionate about a sustainable Cornwall. From new bathrooms to heating systems, for boiler servicing and installation to rewiring your home. Our expert advice and qualified trade teams work at the cutting edge of our profession. With the help of Trident, people throughout Cornwall have made their homes more energy efficient, more practical and ready for the future. Installation, maintenance, renewable energies. Call today for your free quotes. Trident, plumbing, heating and electrical. tridentcornwall.co.uk.
Message 3.
Okay, it's it me or is it you?
Go ahead.
All right, it's me then. The Green Show with me, Pete Maxted.
And with me, Chiara Muzzi.
Bringing you all the environment news.
Locally, nationally, and internationally.
We're on the Source 96.1 FM.
And we're on every Wednesdays at 4 o'clock.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon,
Yeah,
yes.
not 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
No, that'd be rubbish,
Too
wouldn't
much,
it?
yeah. Even for environmental news, that's a bit too much.
I thought that went pretty well, don't
On the way back, we go to Star Shop and get you a slush puppy. Happy to have one too.
The greatest
I've had
radio station in the
Keep
world.
it.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
loving it.
Go on then.
Hello, I'm Belle Baker, and I present musical
Let's see
recipes
who
on
owns
the
that
Source FM 96.1. Catch me
I will
on
get
Wednesday
you slush
mornings
puppy
between
in a minute,
10:30 and 12. I
Go
try
there
to
before
cook
we
up
go
some
past
musical
that, right?
loveliness every week. Think blues, jazz, pop, with a good old dollop of country and Americana. What's not to love? Join me, turn it out, and enjoy.
Go on then.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Oh, that's a bit on your mind, isn't it?
What, Star Shop? Yeah. I think it's not.
Oh, go on in, guys. Game starts at 10. Spread
What I
yourself
enjoy,
out.
though, but
Crisp
still be
bowl
milkshake.
each.
Have one of them when we get home too.
Windows
Right?
open. Let's
We'll
do
go and get
this.
slush puppy
Around
first,
1
yeah?
in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and are spreading it without knowing. So when you welcome friends back inside, let the fresh air in too. Let's take this next step safely. Remember, hands, face, space, and plenty of fresh air.
And I'm back, listeners. Yeah, it's certainly that time of the day again. Right, tell me, listeners, are you getting married this year? You've not got that special car for that special day yet? You're wanting something that looks cool, something retro looking, something a bit different? Then why don't you contact Honeybugs of Cornwall? Honeybugs, VW wedding car hire. They can give you exactly the same service as anybody else, if just a little bit better. Light in comfort, light in style. Go to Honeybugs of Cornwall. And you can do all that by contacting Sarah on 0798 1166 098. Right, are you looking to buy a new lamp or shade this year? You don't want to go to town, then why not go online? Or why not make a phone call and have one made to your own specifications, your own design? Yep, you can do all that by going to Retroshade Vintage Style Lamps and Shades. And you can do that by contacting the proprietor, Mark Wellen, on 07530 826 540. Or you can go to the website, which is www.retroshade.co.uk, or you can email info@retroshade.co.uk. Right, summer holidays are coming up. Are you looking what to do with the kids? Don't know what to do with them? Then why? And you're coming to Falmouth? Then why not pop along to the Prince of Wales Pier and go to the only yellow kiosk there on the pier and book a ride up the Halford River, or have a riverfowl and harbour cruise? You can do all that by going along to Prince of Wales Pier and going to the first kiosk on the pier, the only yellow kiosk, and you can book trips there. Trips are running all day. Mike and John provide a great service, and they also do great trips. So go along to the boat trips, where we look into it. Go along to Halford River Cruises and Riverfowl and Harbour Cruises, the yellow kiosk on the pier, and book a nice river trip. There you go. And are you looking for something for that man in your life, ladies? Or men, are you looking something for that lady in your life? You want something that's retro, something that's rocking looking, like a handbag for the ladies, or rocking style belts for the men? Then why don't you pop along to the Facebook page? Hey, Miss Liz, gotta have this, and look at all the handcrafted stuff that things that Liz has got on there. Great looking handbags for the ladies, great belts for the guys. So pop along to the Facebook page. Hey, Miss Liz, gotta have this. Right, coming up in this next hour, I have 3 skiffle tracks coming up in a minute. Oh yes, I know, shock amazes me. I know, it even amazed me when I put them in. But first up, I've got to get this right. Let me have a look. First up, here we go. It's 2 cool cats, 2 nice guys, Rebel Dean and Pat Wynn, with their great little jingles. First up, here's my good mate Rebel Dean with his great little jingle.
Rebel Dean from Rebel Dean and the Starcats, and we always tune in to Tony Martin's Strictly Come Rockin' Show.
Now there's a rockabilly cat you can hear for free. Just tune in to the West Country, but don't be fooled by that smile. This is Pat Wynn from the Holloway Echoes, urging you not to touch that dial.
I won't, but don't worry, listeners. I'm only putting on the style. Oh, not long left now, my boy. 3 o'clock.
Sweet 16 goes to church just to see the boys. Laughs and screams and giggles at every little noise. Turns her face a little, then turns her head up a while. And everybody knows she's only putting on the style. She's putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks are putting on their style. With a young man in a hot rod car, driving like he's mad. With a pair of yellow gloves he's borrowed from his dad. He makes it roar so lively just to see his girlfriend smile. But she knows he's only putting on the style. Yeah, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks are putting on the style. Preacher in the pulpit roars with all his might.
That's glory, hallelujah.
Puts the folks all in a fright. Now you might think it's Satan that's coming down the aisle. It's for preacher boys that's putting on his style. Yeah, it's putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks are putting on the style. Socks, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks are putting on the style. Hey, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks putting on the stream my train, fastest train to run. Hard working stranger, I ain't gonna let me down. I'm gonna leave in the morning, lay on that streamline train. Well, there's only one thing, mama, keep your mind off this man. I went to your station, acted like a child. I asked that go back number there, which train do I ride? I'm gonna leave in the morning, obey on that streamline train. Let's get it. There's only one thing, mama, keep your mind off this man. It's me no problem, good old lady. Oh, me no train. You took my girl from here. I'm gonna leave it in the morning. Lay on that streamline train. There's only one thing, mama, keep your mind off this man. Now we're living in Chicago, sure to make it time. They got a handful of gift, and that's full of much obliged. I'm gonna leave in the morning, baby, on that streamline train. Yeah, baby, there's only one thing, mama, keep your mind off this man. $1 bill. Then I'm in competition, gonna get somebody killed. I'm gonna leave in the morning. Baby, I'm that streamline train. Yeah. There's only one thing, mama. Keep your mind off this man. Keep your mind off this man. Keep your mind off this man.
Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. I don't know what train he's on. Tell me where he's gone. Don't know where he's headed for, or what he's done against the law. Got no future, got no hope, just nothing but the road. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. I don't know what train he's on, but tell me where he's gone. Well, when the guy's just very pleased, right down the end of Old Chestnut Street and place a stone at his head and face and tell them it's to sleep. Freight train, go so fast. Freight train, go so fast. I don't know what train he's on, but tell me where he's gone. Freight train,
Sort that out on the computer when I get home.
Freight train, go so fast. I don't know what train he's on, but tell me where he's gone.
Oh yeah, 3 great skiffle tracks there for you. That one there, it was of course the Chas McDevitt Skiffle Group with a Nancy Whiskey from the album As Good As It Gets, Skiffle Disc 2 of 2, and that's the Freight Train. Every time I hear Chas McDevitt and the Freight Train, I always think back to 2006 when me and my eldest son John went up to Chippenham in the September for the Eddie Cochran Memorial Weekend. John actually turned 18 that weekend, and who was, lo and behold, who was on stage live that weekend? It was Chas McDevitt there with his dungarees on, his train driver, that just looking the business and looking the part. So great memories of that song every time I hear it. And then before that, it was Steamline Train by the Vipers Skiffle Group, and that again off the album As Good As It Gets, Skiffle Disc 1 of 2. And then before that, what can I say? If you're going to play skiffle, you've got to play the King of Skiffle. It was Mr. Lonnie Donegan from the album or CD, King of Skiffle, and my all-time favourite Lonnie Donegan track, Putting On Style. Always love that, always will, and I don't care what anybody says. It is one of the best tracks that guy ever recorded, in my opinion. But that's just me. We've all got our own likes and dislikes. Right, coming up for you now, I got 5 tracks, and they are, is it 5? 1, 2, let's have a look here. 3, 4, 5, yeah, and they're all off the singles that I have at home. So if you're ready, you want a bit of a jump jive, a bit of a stroll or whatever, then you can get up and you can do it all. Push all the furniture back, because here's a little bit of Tom Dooley rock and roll.
Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and
easy as that, my
dry.
That will be happy when you get home, mate.
Tom Dooley. Oh boy, he found it right. Tom Dooley went down in the valley, walked in the rock and rolled in. He met this gal they called Lyra. That's when his rockin' began. Tom Dooley took her to the mountain, asked her to be his wife. Lyra refused Tom Dooley. He stabbed her with his knife. Well, the law called Tom Dooley, asked him if he killed poor Lyra, and the jury found him guilty. Said you'd hang tomorrow. They took Tom Dooley to the gallows, hung him to a white oak pole. Sure, there's a heaven up yonder. They killed Tom Dooley rock and roll. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry, cry, cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Oh, boy, you found to die. Oh, boy, you found to die.
To buckle my shoe, walk like crazy and I follow through. Latch on, latch on. Turn a honey, ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba, rip and boom. Latch on. 3 and 4 and close the door. Come a little closer and I kiss some more. Latch on, latch on. Turn a honey, ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba, rip and boom. Latch on. And 6 and a pickup sticks. When I meet your office where I get my kicks. Latch on, latch on. Turn on the honey, papa doo baba, ring bam boom. Latch on. 7, 8, open the gate. Let's take off like a rockin' 8. Latch on, latch on. Turn on the honey, papa doo baba, ring bam boom. Latch on. And a big fat hen. Well, let's rock it back and I'll do it again. Latch on, latch on. Honey, papa, dooba, baba, ring, bam, boom. Latch on. 10, 9, say you're mine. 8, 7, I'll be in heaven. 6, 5, pick that jive. 4, 3, you with me. 2, 1, head this door. Latch on, latch on, latch on. Come on, honey, papa, dooba, baba, ree, bamboo. Latch on. Latch on.
Rock in the morning, rock at night. The guitar picker is picking right. You blaze it cool, you blaze it hot. Stomp your feet with the guitar on. We'll rock. Guitar on. Yeah, let's rock. Guitar on. We'll rock, rock, rock with the guitar on. Let's rock now, yeah. Everybody rocks when he starts to play. They clap their hands and swing and sway. Come on along, gather around. He's the coolest cat this side of town. We'll rock. Guitar up. Yeah, let's rock. Guitar up. We'll rock, rock, rock with the guitar up. Let's go now. Yeah, let's rock. The guitar up. We'll rock, rock, rock with the guitar up. Let's go get it. it hot in Tennessee. They pick it cool in New Orleans. It makes no difference, not a cool. They even pick a little rhythm too. Well, rock the guitar out. Yeah, let's rock the guitar out. Well, rock with the guitar out. Well, come on, little baby, let's rock a little rocket tonight. Well, come on, little baby, let's rock a little rocket tonight. Shake it up, break it up, rock, rock. Well, you do, mama, when you wanna be around the floor. Well, you do,
The weather will make me tired.
shake it up, break it up, rock, rock. B, O, P, A, R-O-C-K-P-O-P, Barbara. 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 Mama, 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 Barbara. Woo! Yeah. Well, my head is ringing when you move your body all around. Well, my head is ringing when you move your body all around. Shake it up, break it up, rock the rock. B, O, P, A, R-O-C-K-P-O-P, rock the rock. Barbara, 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 Barbara. Mama, 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 Barbara. Black sack, black sack, black sack, black sack. Black slacks, make it good at you. When I put them on, I'm ready to go. When I go places, I just don't care. You know why? If you see what I wear, black slacks. Take 14 black slacks. Really, I'm mean black slacks. Make it good at you. When I put them on, I'm ready to go. Man, you're sleeping with my derby on. I know that you would say he's gone. Black slacks, mostly in the head, black slacks. Well, that's what I said, black slacks. I'm the cat pajama, crawling on around with crazy little mama. Well, the girls all look when I go by. What I wear, they take inside black slacks. I wear rainbow tie black slacks. They say me oh my black slacks with a cat chain down me. I ain't nothing but a real cool black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks. Make good daddy oh. When I put them on, I'm ready to go. When I put them on, I'm ready to go. When I put them on, I'm ready to go. Black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks. Black slacks.
Oh yeah, like I said last week, listeners, this music is timeless. You can't date it, you can't put a time on it. Just absolutely fantastic, and how great did those 5 tracks just sound? You know, I don't really hear much of those singles at home. I've got it on the computer and all. I don't really play much of it now. Well, I should do, because I'm more getting ready for the show than I am listening to stuff I've got at home for my own personal listening. And first up, it was that one there, Black Slacks by Joe Bennett and the Sparkle Tones. I got that on a reproduction single. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's got the Ponytails, Born Too Late on the flip side. And I'll bring that in at some stage. I have brought it in by the Retrobates, but I will bring in the Ponytails at some stage, their original version. And then before that, it was Bopper Rock, a track I've played on the show a couple of times now, and that was by Jim Pewter. Again, off a single. I think that could be off the MGM single I got at home. I'm not too sure. And then before that, another track played. Well, all 5 of these tracks I played on the show at some stage over the last 4 years. It was Guitar Rock by Bill Flagg. I know what single that's on because the cover's got a Confederate flag on the front and it's a plain white label on the single. And I know that because I got that from my good mate, Mr. Louis Bray. That was one of his singles that he did me many, many years ago, way back in the 80s. And then before that, it was Latch On by Ron Hargrave. Now, that could be on the MGM single I've got home. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it out and check it out. And then before that, what can I say? Curtis Obeck and Tom Dooley, Rock and Roll. Just sounding brilliant. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Jimmy Miller or somebody here at Source FM ages ago when I played it about 2 years ago. Turned around and said they liked that version of Tom Dooley. I'm not too sure if it was Jimmy Miller. It could have been Andy. It could have been any of them. I forget who now because time's gone on. 4 years this year doing this show. And you're still keeping me on the air. Right. You must be glutton for punishment, listeners. That's all I can say. Right. Coming up now. It's that time of the day where I bring you some doo-wop. Yeah, it's the doo-wop section. And kicking off the doo-wop section is the original version of a song that Elvis made more famous and more known by recording it. Here's the Drifters, and this is Fools Fall in Love. Here's the original version. Enjoy, listeners.
Well, fools fall in love in a hurry. Fools give their hearts much too soon. Just bathe into balls of stardust. Just hang on one silly moon. And they've got their love torches burning. When they should be playing it cool. I used to laugh, but now I understand. Shake the hand of a brand new fool. Well, fools fall in love just like schoolgirls, blinded by rose-colored dreams. They build their castles on wishes. With only rainbow beams. They're making plans for the future when they should be right back in school. I used to laugh, but now I understand. Take the hand of a brand new fool. When they should be right back in school. I used to laugh, but now I understand. Shake her hand, I'm a brand new fool.
Here you go, my boy. Show mum and dad that you are. And mum and dad know you.
All night long when I met a girl the other day, riding down the way.
You're getting on the camera waiting.
Ask her in the street, baby, won't you ride with me? We gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, all night long. When I took that
told her that I love her so sweet. Oh, pretty baby, won't you marry me? We gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, all night long, baby, let's go. Good deed most every day. We gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, all night long. That girl down to my house, wanted her to meet my mom. I told her that I love her so sweet. Oh, pretty baby, won't you marry me? We gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, gonna ride on, baby, all night long. We're gonna ride all night long.
Here's a great little doo-wop track from Mr. Louis Bray. This is Crazy Little Mama.
Crazy little mama come knocking at my front door. Crazy little mama come knocking at my front door. Crazy little mama come knocking just like she did before. I woke up this morning with a feeling of despair, looking for my baby and she wasn't there. Her is the one knocking, much to my surprise. There stood my baby looking in my eyes. Crazy little mama come knocking, just like she did before. If you got a little mama and you wanna keep her neat, keep your little mama all nice sweet. Same thing gon' happen like it did before. She knocking at my door. Crazy little mama come knocking, just like she did before. Crazy little mama come knocking at my front door. Crazy little mama come knocking at my front door. Crazy little mama come knocking, just like she did before. Same thing will happen like it did before she come knocking at my door. Crazy little mama knocking, just like she did before. Crazy little mama knocking, just like she did before. just where you go and the folks you know. I know everything you do. Baby, I'll make a bet that I'll get you yet. And God could love it too. I got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you. You look so doggone fine. I wanna make you fine. I got my eyes on you.
Because I remember Rita. Oh, yeah. How about that for 5 great doo-wop tracks this week? That one right there. Remember Rita from the Barons from the album A Brilliant Taste of Doo-Wop Volume 3. And then before that, I Got My Eyes on You by the Clovers. I should have played the Clovers long before now in this doo-wop section of the show. I should have done. But hey, I've done it this week, so look out. There's going to be a bit more Clovers coming up over the few weeks, believe me. Not next week or a couple of weeks' time, but I'll put it in the show somewhere. So it was I Got My Eyes on You by the Clovers from the album Dance Party. And then before that, it was Crazy Little Mama at My Front Door by the Eldorados from the album Doo-Wop Volume 1. And then from there, it was Ride On from the Tramps. And that's off the album Rare Black Doo-Wop Sounds Volume 8. And then before that, it was Fools Fall in Love by the Drifters, the original version, if I'm not mistaken. That is the version that Elvis would have heard before he recorded his version. Good afternoon to Donna Halford. She's put, nice to see you back live, honey. It is great to be back. I'm sorry you just come in the last half an hour of the show because I'm on a new time now, but I'll message you and let you know the times when I get home. Right, coming up now, really it's a bit of the slow section now, coming right up to the end of the show. It's the last 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play you 3 tracks, and I'll tell you the 3 tracks. But in these next 3 tracks, there are 2, and I mean 2, Buddy Holly songs. 1 you will recognise because it's Buddy, and 2, the first one, you won't recognise. So you've got 1 you will know because it is Buddy Holly and the Crickets, and 1 you might not recognise the version of the song. So don't worry about it. But you most probably know who it is, but you most probably think I haven't heard that. But first up, here's a guy from Wales, sadly retired now, one of the legends of rockabilly, rock and roll scene in this country. The guy that brought the Stray Cats to the foreground also played, funny enough, he actually played guitar on Shaky's Turning Away. So he's got a connection with Shaky, you know. I am, of course, talking about the Welsh guitar wizard. That is the legend. That is Mr. Dave Edmonds. And here he is now with We Were Both Wrong. Take it away, Dave. Oh, yeah. How about that then for a great bit of Dave Edmonds? If my brother Bones is listening up there in Penryn at Seabourn Fish, Bones, this is the track I said to you yesterday, Monday about. This is just for you and every other fan of this guy. I'm not going to tell you who it is because it's going to ruin it. But here he is doing a great version of a Buddy Holly track. So Bones and everybody at Seabourn Fish up in Penryn, this one's for all of you. I hope you like it. Enjoy, listeners.
I thought that I could.
I bet they won't get who this is.
Really tried to tell myself we were.
Who's this?
Oh, you try, you can't deny the feeling of your heart. Oh, you try, you can't deny that you love when it starts. I guess that I won't just.
No chance, Don.
I guess I'm loving you
now I know what a fool I've been. She was to me an empty cup, a broken day. We had a day, an empty cup. A date at 7, I dreamed of heaven. Now it's way past 8. She just drove by with another guy. No wonder I can't help but cry. An empty cup, a broken day. Now it's way past 8. An empty cup, a broken day. To think she never cared just tears me up. Now all I have to show for love is this empty cup, just like this cold. My love is gone. I hit the bottom. Now I'm all alone.
Yeah, why haven't I played that before on the show at this part of the show? I never know. It was Buddy Holly and the Crickets and An Empty Cup, a broken date, taken from the 1957 album The Chirping Crickets. And how I really got to say this, how fantastic does that track sound today still? Just when that came out in 57, I've got to say it, the record buying public in America must have gone mental for that. Just a great ballad. And it shows what a great ballad writer Buddy was, and also what great vocals he had for ballads. And the Crickets there backing him up, absolutely fantastic. Just love that. An Empty Cup and a Broken Date by Buddy Holly and the Crickets. And then before that, it was Buddy's song, I Guess I Was a Fool. But it was by none other than Shaky. Yeah, it was Shakin' Stevens from the 1979 album Take One. So if anybody thinks of Shaky as a mere impersonator of rock and roll or all the chart stuff, check out the early stuff, trust me. Long before he got in the charts, check out his stuff with the Sunsets and everything. I'll bring in some more stuff with the Shaky from his Sunset days, because believe me, you'll see where the guy is coming from. And I just had to bring that in because I've been dying to bring that in week after week. I Guess I Was Full, Shakin' Stevens from the album Take One, and that's from my brother Bones and everybody at Seaborn Fish there up in Penryn. So Bones, if you're listening, I hope you enjoyed that, mate. That was just for you. And then before that, it was We Were Both Wrong by Dave Edmunds from the album Repeat When Necessary. Right, it's coming up to 10 to 3. I got 10 minutes to go. I'm going to give you another 2 tracks, and I'll be back after these. But what I might do, I'll have a look at the time, see what we've got. I might just split the 2 tracks up. Play this next track, tell you who it was, and then play the track afterwards. But I did forget to tell you this week, listeners, as you notice, a bit of a country thing going on at the end of the show this week with those 2 tracks just then. Buddy's Empty Cup, Broken Day, and Shaky's Guess I Was a Fool. Got that steel guitar sound and all going. So a bit of a country ending this week. And first up, I've got to play you this. It's just an absolutely fantastic track. Forget tracks like Whirlwind or Lonely Weekends or anything like that. Believe me, for country music, this guy was spot on. Absolutely fantastic. This is Sitting and a Thinking by Charlie Rich. Great bit of country by Charlie Rich. I'll be back after this. Enjoy.
Please, baby, wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. I got loaded last night on a bottle of gin.
fight with my best girlfriend. Every time he went on stage, right at the end of the show, but when I'm drinking, he would play that music. I am nobody's friend, but please, baby, wait for me until they let me out again. I know the same thing has happened before. And every time it does, I hate it more and more. But when I'm drinking, I am nobody's friend. But please, baby, wait for me until you let me out again. Spend a whole lot of time. Spend a whole lot of time. Spend a whole lot of time. Sitting and thinking. Spend a whole lot of time. Sitting and just thinking about you. If I didn't spend so much time sitting and drinking, we'll still have the love that we once knew. Oh, I won't promise the same thing won't happen again, but I can promise it'll be a long, long time till then. 'Cause when I'm drinking, I am nobody's friend. But please, baby, wait for me until they let me out again. Please, baby, wait for me until they let me out again. How about that then? Hey, he did a lot of great rock and roll and a lot of great rockabilly, but when it came to country, the guy knew what he wanted. Absolutely fantastic. Charlie Rich and Sitting and Thinking from the album Lonely Weekends, the Sun used 1958 to 1962, disc 1 of 3. And I'm sorry, you cannot beat guys like Charlie Rich and everybody like that in the early days for their country, because it's just a great crossover from either country to rock and roll and rockabilly, or from rock and roll to rockabilly and then to country. You won't get no better crossover if you ask me. Right, I got 7 minutes left, and I am now going to be playing the last song. Oh, it's that time of the week again, listeners. Yes, it's come up to the end of the show. What can I say? I've got to go back home and do everything all again for next week. Get prepared. But anyway, getting back to today's show and this very last track. If you thought that was a great country track, you are really going to be impressed this week, because I have a country artist and a country track to finish this week's show with. That is absolutely, in my opinion, out of this world, and it is one of the best tracks that guy ever did. And I know if she's listening, she's enjoying this bit of country. Val Baker. So Val, if you are listening, mate, I'm going to dedicate this last tune to you. I know you love your country and you play a lot of it on your show, but I know you played this guy a couple of times, and I know you're going to like it. But here you go, listeners, to end this week's show with a great, great country track called A Satisfied Mind. Here is the one and only, the legend, the late great Porter Wagner. Enjoy.
Many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I could do things my way. But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man.
Welcome, Donna. I'll tag you in the mix cloud.
With a satisfied mind. Once I was waiting in fortune and fame, everything that I dreamed for to get a start in life's game. But suddenly it happened, I lost every dime. But I'm richer by far, with a satisfied mind.
Enjoyed it up here, my boy? Hey, it's different, isn't it?
Money can't buy back your youth when you're old, or a friend when you're lonely, or a love that's grown cold. The wealthiest person is a pauper at times.
Yes. Don't worry about that. It's still going. The video's still going. It's just telling me that something like this song is protected by what they call copyright. I'm in a studio, radio studio, so copyright doesn't really affect me like that. The license that we've got to go on the air allows me to.
My friends and my loved ones, I'll leave, there's no doubt. But there's one thing for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this old world with a satisfied mind.
Yeah, how about that? What a great bit of country there by none other than the legend that is Porter Wagner. And I think Graham Boyce is still listening. Graham, if you do, I hope you like the country ending this week, because Graham, like me, he likes country music. Well, it's all part of the rock and roll rockabilly thing, you know. I mean, if you ever watched the 68 comeback special, Elvis will tell you rock and roll music is basically gospel, rhythm and blues, and a bit of country mixed in. So there you go. Well, it's got 3 minutes left, listeners. What can I say? But just a great, great track there by Porter Wagner. And that is off the album or CD, The Very Best of Country Legends, disc 3 of 3. Well, listeners, I'm glad you've been able to join me again this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'll be back next week, same time, to do it all over again. And the Donna Halford, who joined in a little bit near the end, the show goes out at 1 o'clock now on a Wednesday afternoon, Donna. So that's not your fault you tuning in late. But I will give you the dates when I get the times when I get home. So don't worry about that. And she's just put love Patsy Cline and love country. Well, I think everybody loves country. But there you go. You can't beat that. Bit of Porter Wagner for you this week to finish the show with, and a satisfied mind. Right, I've got 2 minutes to go, so it's nothing left for me to say. But thank you all for listening. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, same rocking channel, 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock. You've been listening to Strictly Come Rockin' with me, Rockin' Tony, live on the radio, 96.1 FM, live online at www.sourcefm.co.uk. Until next week, listeners, have a great rocking week, have a great safe rocking week, and a great safe rocking weekend. And remember, listeners, keep it rockin' always. Keep it rockin' always. This is what I would do with play at the end of the show. I'll be just walking up the it relates to my show and music, right?
Hello, welcome to the Source FM 96.